Let's get into it. Sold Not For Sale podcast. We got Duncan Trussell, Joe Rogan, and they're talking about Bohemian Grove, and I have the wife with me.
Hello.
And there was another lady who said that I should stop calling you the wife.
Well,
and she doesn't want you. She doesn't want that anymore. She wants me to call you by your name. And I told her that I'm not going to listen to one woman over my wife.
that's probably a good plan.
For anyone who's not married yet, it's Marriage 101. That'll keep you on track. Just that little tidbit from me. Don't listen to other women over your wife. Always listen to your wife. But yeah, they're talking about Bohemian Grove. We have some interesting new video of Bohemian Grove. Someone has infiltrated Bohemian Grove. Joe Rogan and Duncan Trussell are talking about that, and you have some information on that?
Yeah, there's an active lawsuit against some of the members of Bohemian Grove right now.
Okay.
As well as this weird book that is on the CIA's website that we're going to get into a little bit. And last but not least, we have a very kind of symbolic statue that they move around for Bohemian Grove.
Okay, cool. Let's get into that. Discount code for the store. I am Coach Colin. All capital letters, all one word, one L in the name Colin. Let's get into it.
Grove.
Give me a break.
You can go there by canoe.
Did you watch that video?
No, you told me some guy broke into it.
Dude, it is the most...
What's the video? Where do we get it?
Google guy breaks into Bohemian Grove. It's
And
truly
not Alex
disappointing.
Jones and John Ronson.
It's
That
truly
was, like,
disappointing.
in the 90s.
And I think they definitely get high there because I think he saw a sign in one of the cabins that said no marijuana.
Is it this guy?
No,
I
that's...
think there's a few people that have done it.
This might be someone introducing it, but the one I saw was just first-person POV of the guy going through the Bohemian Grove. This isn't it. No, this isn't it. It's at night. They might have... It was on Instagram. They might have already zapped it. There it is.
Which one? This one?
Our guy sneaks into infamous Bohemian Grove. That could be it, but I guess a lot of people have done this. This is something
posted
that...
2 days ago. So
Yeah, this is it.
That's it?
He got in
Okay.
deep.
I just posted it 10 days ago.
Oh, okay, this must be it. Okay.
Just-
So this is
A
him.
little bit.
He's wearing a mask. And how's he sneaking in through the woods?
I heard it was a kayak, but maybe not.
Well, how did he get in?
Oh, back up.
No idea.
I don't know.
So I just shine my light in here. And all the lights just turned on. Whoa. Yo, I want to go to Bohemian Grove.
Me too. We could go.
We
You
could
could
go.
go in a second. I want to go. And
What do we have to do? Who do we have to pledge our allegiance to watch the ritual?
I don't think that. I think they just probably think you're funny and will let you in.
Really?
Yes. Look, does this look sinister? None of this looks
Hold on.
sinister to me.
Looks a little sinister to me, buddy. Looks like no one's there.
It's nice and mossy.
They don't have a ritual every day.
It's romantic. Look at that nice moss.
Is that the owl?
That's the owl. But watch when he bangs on it and you realize it's fucking hollow.
But look, it's got all the moss and everything on it.
Beautiful.
Looks cool. So when is he banging on
Look,
it?
this is inside the fucking owl.
Okay.
Not a stone megalith like I thought.
Well, it's like got a little space in there. But it seems like it's made out of cement, dude.
Whatever, it's
when is
hollow.
Like an Easter egg. Or like one of those bunnies, when you get an Easter bunny
Yeah.
and it's hollow, you get upset.
Like a putt-putt golf course, like a fucking thing at a putt-putt course. No offense, Bohemian Grove members. I do want to come. I'll take your hollow out. But I'm sorry. This, to me, I think it, like, now, look, this is, I guess, their bathroom. It's
That's
all worn,
Nixon shit there.
It's all worn down. It's like,
Yeah, it's probably they kept it the same as it's always been. I mean, if you got to imagine, if these guys were going there, when they start going there? In the 60s?
Yeah.
When they start going there?
Logs.
that's the funny thing. Everything he sees is sinister to him. There he goes back in his kayak.
Oh, okay. So he did have a kayak.
He's fucking out.
It seems kind of crazy that they don't have any security there at all.
Another sign that it's not as sinister as we thought.
Is he using a frying pan? Like, this guy's a loon. This guy's a straight loon.
He's using a frying pan!
Maybe he felt like he would also act as a weapon to crack alligators over the head with. They're coming after him or something. There's no alligators in California. What am I saying?
I'm sure the security guard was just like, this happens every night. And this one, he's like, I got to take a shit. Like, I'm not dealing with another
fucking loony.
But like,
But the thing is, like, we know that world leaders at least used to meet there. I mean, the Nixon audio tapes are hilarious. Ever hear Nixon talking about it?
yeah, Nixon dissed it.
See if Nixon, pull up the audio of Nixon talking about Bohemian Grove. Apparently, they did a lot of wild shit back then.
I think they still probably do. I'm not saying they don't party there, but I just...
How many politicians are like that? How many politicians are like closet super perverts?
January 1970.
I don't...
You know?
In another of the candid and sometimes coarse conversations released today, the president muses about anti-Semitism. He's talking to evangelist Billy Graham. and worries about reaction to the Washington visit of Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir, because Israel has just shot down a Libyan passenger plane.
Anti-Semitism is almost hysteria about the bombing.
No.
We all know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know where in this video it is.
Oh,
Probably hard to find. It's probably a little clip.
yeah, you got to find the Bohemian Grove part.
I thought it would just be the only thing on the video. Clearly, it's not. This is apparently some other tape.
Yeah, where were the weirdos?
He's
who
just
think-
talking about all kinds of shit from the lost Nixon tapes. Gays are born that way. Well, he was right. Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know. I swear. I mean, I know we played this before.
Yeah.
It's not coming up right away.
Nixon, Bohemian Grove, huh? Nothing?
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit.
It
Maybe.
starts to get muddier.
Seems like you'd find it right away.
Right. And I made Google.
I mean, Nixon on Bohemian Grove.
It's the
That's
same
it.
video.
Let's
It's the
see.
same video.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 minute.
No, this is it.
Right, yeah.
This is the right one.
As
1971.
spring began to bloom in Washington, D.C., President Nixon took the time to have an impromptu conversation with two of his close aides. H.R. Haldeman.
Look at that
John
guy.
Ehrlichman,
They look like
known
dudes
by
from the
Nixon's
60s.
Yeah.
bosses as the Berlin Wall because of their German-sounding names and their penchant for isolating Nixon from anyone who wanted to see him. The only problem was, this little off-the-cuff conversation was being recorded by the secret White House taping system. President Nixon's thoughts, as well as those of Haldeman and Ehrlichman, would soon become a part of presidential history.
Let's look at Northern California. You understand? Yeah. You know what's happened. San Francisco just gone. It's clear over. I know that, but it isn't.
San Francisco's just gone down clear. It's not just the ratty part of town. The upper class in San Francisco is that way. The Bohemian Grove that I attend. Imagine. The San Francisco crowd who lives there. It's just terrible. I don't want to shake hands with anybody from San Francisco.
It's a different set of values.
They've messed up my grove.
A different set of values.
Yeah.
Reagan.
So they were all there hanging out together.
Yeah.
He said, I go there from time to time.
Yeah, I just don't think it's. I mean, look, I was hoping, I was so excited by that video. I'm grateful to whoever filmed it because I was like, oh shit, the owl up close. Because Alex Jones only got a distant owl, which is still good footage.
Right.
But this is like close up with the owl. You miss the urn in front. They have a bowl in front of the owl. I mean, again, I can't believe I have an expectation for the Bohemian Grove, but I thought they would be doing better upkeep on their cabins.
Well, maybe once they got found out, they don't go there anymore.
Move to a different grove.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't they just abandon that fucking thing? If you're the Illuminati, if the Illuminati's real, why would you stick with a place that's already been, like, outed when you can get some dope spot in Wyoming or something?
Exactly.
Yeah, you just get some place where people have to helicopter in.
Yeah.
No one's going to hike in. No one knows where the fuck it
Right.
is. Everybody shut your mouth.
Right. Yeah, I don't.
It's Burning Man.
Hey, maybe. Hey, I'll tell you this. If I would not doubt if there were an Illuminati, it would not surprise me at all to know some of them go to Burning Man. That would make
I would
sense.
imagine they would go just to keep their fucking finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
Like, what are you freaks up to?
Dude, they flew, the one I went to, they flew what are they called? F-22s? Mm-hmm. They just, there's a military base near there that wanted to fuck with Burning Man.
Whoa.
And they flew over Burning Man a few times just to blow everyone's mind and freak everyone out. It was
How fast
tripping.
were they going?
Fast as fuck. It was crazy.
How low were they?
Low. It was like
Really?
shoo, shoo. Like
Really
it was
low?
so. I mean, I was pretty high, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, it was so funny looking around at the faces of all the burners after like high tech military aircraft just flew over. I think they just wanted to look at the festival, probably.
No, they're fucking with those people.
Well,
They're
probably-
having fun.
I would do that if I was a fighter pilot. Definitely fly over
Why
Burning
don't you
Man.
have fun? Those fucking dirty hippies. Clean your feet.
They're not all hippies.
Oh no, there's a lot of different kinds of weirdos that go to those things. But it is interesting, like how significant it is a part of people's lives that they go to Burning Man. Like it becomes like a thing that they look forward to, like their Olympics every year.
It's one of the
You
best
know?
things I ever experienced as far as like festivals go. I mean, it changed my life for the better for sure. It's incredible. I mean, it really. I know that you will never go, but if you did go, you would get it. And that's what I love.
I get it.
It's got a force field around it, a cultural force field where people have an idea about what it is. And you can't really have an idea about what it is because it's too big.
Right.
Your idea about what it is correct, like for a piece of the pie, but you really can't you can't know all of what it is other than like this incredible expression of art and an incredible like temporary example of like humans can do this too. We don't have to blow shit up. We can drive around in garish, fancy art cars dressed like weirdos with like playing like awesome music and like just have fun together.
You see something that he said there? The cultural force field. We were just talking about culture is not your friend from Terrence McKenna. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. A little cultural force field. Interesting. And that force field ran out because Burning Man got flooded.
Yeah.
Remember I was showing you that video?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah, they got really bad. A lot of the people there were trapped.
Oh my God.
Trapped, barely wearing clothes. It's raining
Ew.
very hard. Nobody's showering. The washrooms were just stacked with what goes into washrooms.
And they didn't have a lot of food, right?
They had,
That's so scary.
you barely have any food. Water's
And
probably
it's like in the
running
middle
low.
of the desert, right?
Yep. And
How did it rain that much in the desert?
I don't know. But he did mention how some military guys flew over the year that he went.
Huh?
Right?
Weird.
Maybe they were like, let's rain these hippies out. I don't know. It's very, very interesting though. I would never go to Burning Man, but
No.
I know people that have gone, and yeah, they have a good time. But when it comes to the things that you do, you can close your eyes and have just as good of a time. Like when you do things like that, what you do at Burning Man, you can just close your eyes and you're like, spaceship.
Yeah, it's just not my thing
So
to be in a crowd and camp and ugh.
To be on the things that you're on and in these massive crowds with all sorts, it's just too much. Maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe that's what that is. I don't know. It sounds terrible. But Bohemian Grove, let's get into it. So I got videos. Let me know where you want to start. Obviously. Oh, and just for anybody, because I don't owe the fair weather people anything. You understand? I don't owe them anything. But if you're still watching and you're like, why did the sound go out? Well, go look at Nixon's quote for what he thinks about Bohemian Grove. He says a word that we all used to say, and it used to be fine in the 90s and in the 80s and in the 70s, but now it's not fine anymore, this word that he says. So I can't have that word, so I had to bleep it out. So sorry about that. Anyone who stopped watching, I don't owe them an explanation. That's why I didn't say it at the beginning. But if you're still watching now, you get an explanation. You deserve it. But yeah, where do you want to start? You want to start with the footage? We can get into that a little bit.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't show very much in the podcast.
Yeah, that was the thing, right? They didn't show all that much of it.
Yeah, they just showed like the back of the owl and then some it looked like some kind of communal room.
Yeah, I'm going to show that too, but I'm just going to show a little bit of how he got there. Now, this is released by a person named Dancer. You were saying potentially that he is not the one that actually basically, we'll go with this. Dancer has said that this footage was given to him anonymously.
Yes, in the description. That's
and
what it says.
whoever did give him the footage was trespassing, and you get it? You get it? So let's watch this clip. I know it's very dark.
I just shine my light in here, and all the lights just turned on. What the fuck? It's so tempting to flash my flashlight right now. Fuck, I'm not gonna do it. These are just all tables. It's like where they eat.
So it's very dark. He's just exploring the whole place, which gives me a completely different view of what this place is. There's little halls, there's fridges, there's all sorts of different things. He really goes in depth. Again, his name on YouTube is Dancer. It's just all lowercase letters, Dancer. He's a small channel like mine. Like 70K followers. Mm-hmm. You'll know it's him if you see 70.5 thousand subscribers. That's Dancer again. Let's play another clip. This is where he actually finds the owl that is that Duncan wanted to see. Jamie just skipped over it a little bit. Jamie's CIA, so we're gonna just play that.
Is that it? Oh my God, that's it. Is that actually it? Yeah, there's like no water in this. Yeah, here's where you see all the pictures online. And that's the owl statue. Holy fuck. Dude, I'm actually here. This is insane. No way.
Bohemian Grove. I made it. I actually made it. Bohemian Grove, bitches. I'm here. I'm doing it. And if I shine this light for any longer, I might get fucked.
So this is just where he does the exploring and everything. So that's basically it. I mean, well, it's not basically it. Again, his name's Dancer. This is a 27-minute video. So he definitely stays at it for a while. He just kind of explores the entire place, goes around the whole thing. There's one more part I wanted to show people. What do you think of that footage? You never thought you'd get to see it.
No, definitely not. And I was telling you, there was one part I saw with like a whiteboard that had like a list of activities on it, and it was just like handwritten.
Yeah, I wish he zoomed in on that and like actually focused on
yeah,
that.
but it wasn't, you could see like the last day, it said final day, but it was like behind a thing. He just like walked
wish.
past it. But it was just so crazy that it was like, it's very much like a kid's summer camp vibe.
Yeah. I mean, it's very interesting. Here's one more thing that he Duncan was talking about, that urn. So in the original footage, if you've ever seen it by Bob Ronson, and Alex Jones, of course, in that original footage, they show the fire and they're bringing this effigy and they're lighting it up. This is actually where they put the effigy. So they put it into this. Here, let's just play this really quick.
What the fuck? No way. This is fucking cool. Oh, that's hollow.
So that's where he bangs on it. He realizes it's hollow, and then he goes inside like Jamie showed. So yeah, that's him entering Bohemian Grove. And you know what? It's about time somebody did it. It's about time, because it's been so long. We have the one video that we've all saw. Everybody knows about it. Mm-hmm. It's been pretty much scrubbed away. It's really hard to find. And nobody ever talked about it again, really.
Yeah, that's true.
We all knew it as a thing to point to whenever somebody was like, none of these, there's no they out there. But for someone to actually go back and actually check it out, I like it. Yeah. I like it a lot. And then when they brought up, oh, he's a loon, he has a frying pan. This guy is like, he's one of these people that does train hopping. They kind of just use whatever they have. So he just found a random canoe. He got a frying pan that he just like found out there, and he used the frying pan as a paddle. So that's why when they're talking about him having a frying pan, he's paddling.
That's incredible.
Because he's just trying to like figure it out. Because you don't want to go with too much stuff.
Yeah. In
case you get chased, you don't want anything to be linked to you. So he just kind of does what he can.
Also, their camp is like 2,700 acres in a redwood forest.
Oh, really?
So I don't think it's super easy to get to. So I bet the easiest way would be to kind of go like upstream.
Yeah.
And then just get in a boat and float down there.
Yeah. 2,800. Jeez.
Yeah, 2,700 acres. It's massive.
Wow. Amazing. But yeah, Bohemian Grove. Mm-hmm. There it is. And Duncan has changed this too. And I don't know if, I'm JRE connoisseur over here. Duncan before was talking about wanting to join, and he was still talking about wanting to join. But in another clip with him and Joe, they're talking about it. And Duncan's like, I'll join. He's like looking at the camera here. I'll even like switch over to it real quick. I won't play it, but he's like looking at the camera. He's saying, hey, I will join. Let me join. He's talking. He's like, I won't tell anybody. He winks at the camera. Everything like that.
That's
and now all of a sudden he's just like, this doesn't look sinister at all. This doesn't look sinister.
Yeah.
So as we go on, that's going to make a little more sense as we start talking about the things that you found, especially that statue.
Yeah, that's weird.
That statue of silence. So we'll get into that in a second. Let's go. What else?
Yeah, let's talk about the lawsuit, because I found that really interesting too.
Here, let me see if I can find the lawsuit website.
Yeah, there it is.
Is that it?
You got it.
Very weird.
The headline here is Workers Sue Secretive Elite Club Bohemian Grove for Wage Theft.
That's weird.
So basically what's happening is they're being paid like a daily rate.
Mm-hmm.
So when they have to work extra hours, they're not compensated for it.
Okay.
And B, they're not allowed to take breaks.
Huh.
So some of these people are working, they said like 16-hour shifts with no break time. And they're paid a daily rate, which is like 8 hours.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's crazy that like all these millionaires, billionaires.
Yeah, elites of the world can't make sure that these people get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it doesn't make sense that all those workers don't get together and be like, we're going to do a panel and tell you everything we've ever seen at Bohemian Grove.
Well, I was looking at that
because that would
too.
supplement their pay right away.
Yeah.
You put that on YouTube, you're done. That's 50.
Yeah, that's true.
50 million views.
They're also not allowed anywhere near when they're doing like rehearsals for their plays and things.
Oh, they have to stay away?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
So they're not allowed to even see that.
But even just to, like, I don't know.
Even just to be around them and see them do dumb stuff.
Just to know that they're doing it, I would like sneak over there and see it. How do you not?
Yeah. And then one guy was saying one of the members attending forgot to bring underwear. So he had to every single day wash this guy's underwear by hand.
Wow, that's very, makes sense.
Yeah, just things that are just like above the line of duty that are insane. And they're like not allowed to take tips, which I get. Like you don't want to have to worry about tipping people while you're at a retreat.
Yeah, I guess.
But then you have to pay them well.
Yeah.
It can't be one or the other.
I don't know. This seems odd. But here's the thing. That's what makes me think, not that there's a misconception, maybe just in my own mind, I'm picturing a bunch of elite people just going there and doing the thing just on their own.
They don't know how to cook for themselves.
Well, I just picture them just having, I don't imagine eating at all. I imagine this being kind of like Burning Man.
Yeah.
Like everybody's showing up. We're going to put on these cloaks. We're going to do the thing. It's going to be a few hours. Then we're going to leave.
No, it's 2 weeks.
I don't
They're there a
imagine
long
them
time.
having people there and food and sleeping there and all this weird stuff. I don't picture any of that.
Can you imagine like Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan just sleeping in bunk beds at a camp? That's so weird. It's so strange.
It makes no sense. That's what I mean, you know? I figured any ritual that you see, right? Any ritual, it usually lasts hours.
Yeah.
And then everybody leaves.
Yeah.
And when you see the original footage, you're like, okay, this is a ritual that they're doing. And obviously they all leave after, but to stay and it seems like such a weird event.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be like a fair, you know, like a day.
That'd be smart, but no.
Right?
It's like 2 weeks. And for these people to like take 2 weeks out of their lives off work.
Yeah. I would love to know exactly when it happens and then to see what the president said he was doing.
It's like the last 2 weeks of July, apparently.
I wonder if you go back to that time, like what did he say he was doing?
I don't know.
Like maybe when you hear that a president's gone off to India for the week, like maybe that's what they're doing. You know?
That'd be crazy.
Uh-huh.
Some of the other people who have gone are Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Henry Kissinger.
So Joe actually is friends with someone who is, well, it's Clint Eastwood's son. So Joe actually is quite close to someone who's gone to the Bohemian Grove.
Interesting.
That he could actually ask.
Yeah, true.
Huh. Who else?
Walter Cronkite, who's a famous journalist.
Yes.
Obviously Nixon and Reagan.
Manipulating media, politics. Yep. Okay.
Charles Schwab, who was like an industrialist baron of steel manufacturing in the late 1800s.
Schwab family.
Yeah.
Those Schwabs.
And Mark Twain and Jack London, who are famous authors.
Mark Twain, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Because Mark Twain is known, Joe Rogan was just talking about this. He's known as someone who's considered the first stand-up comedian.
Oh, interesting.
Because he had funny things that he would write.
Yeah.
And he would say them in front of crowds. So he kind of
And it was like good delivery.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
And he'd play to the crowd and speak and they would laugh. So he was kind of the first, what you would consider like a stand-up comedian.
That's cool. He probably wrote it like he pictured doing it in his head.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Like how comedians do, instead of the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah, so there's this ongoing lawsuit, which I think is absolutely hilarious because they should have just paid these people and then they wouldn't be in the news.
But here's the thing. This is 6 months old. That means like Joe was just talking about this. Oh, why would they still use this place? I've thought this a lot. Like, oh, obviously they don't meet up anymore because no one else is taking footage of them. But apparently you're saying that they still meet here.
Yeah.
They still use this place.
They've used this campground for like, I think it said 120 years.
Wow.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
120 years. 120 years. Tell me about any other article you want me to pull up. I'll just move this one aside. But 120 years they've been doing that.
Yeah.
So we pull back 1900, basically, since then?
Yep.
Wow. All of the elites, journalists. I mean, you said Mark Twain for like...
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And Charles Schwab, I think, was born in like, I think it said 1862.
So
he was one of the original ones too.
Yeah, definitely. It reminds you of the whole thing of it's a big club and you're not in it.
Yeah.
That's what George Carlin said a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like, it's a big club and you ain't in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
weird.
one of those things.
Yep.
They just keep on meeting up from all facets. It seems like almost like I want to say a playful yet dark, because they go into that ritual Bilderberg group.
Yeah.
Like the Bilderberg group just seems like it's like, okay, we're just going to get some work done here, guys.
Yes.
And let's head out. And like, you know, it's almost like the Elite's Burning Man.
Yeah,
They're
true.
like, let's do a bunch of stuff here.
Yeah.
Let's
Can you
talk
go
business.
to the CIA book thing?
That's a weird one.
It's super weird. I found this like by accident.
The CIA made a little bit of a...
Yeah, but if you look at this owl, can you zoom in on that at all?
Yes, I can.
So this has their motto on it, which is
Oh, it's one
weaving
eye.
spiders come not here.
Weaving spiders come not here.
Yes. And this is from a Shakespeare play. And basically it's supposed to mean like you shouldn't be working here. Like don't do your work at this
Yeah.
location. But I take it more to mean like when you think of like weaving spiders, I think about like weaving lies and plans and plotting and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was kind of interesting. And yeah, I didn't even notice the one-eyed owl.
Yeah, it's a one-eyed owl.
Yeah.
So now that's another odd misconception, is that in the original footage, they are doing a whole effigy ritual, whatever you want to call it, play to Moloch. And Moloch is a bull. But,
yes.
But now everybody talks about this owl. We're seeing this owl on this book. So it's just funny that, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the owl's here, the owl's in Bohemian Grove.
Yes.
But they're speaking to Moloch.
Yes.
Or like, you know.
But Moloch is not an owl.
Yeah.
I looked for like a long time trying to see if he was ever an owl, but he is a bull figure.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
That's what I found too.
Yeah. So if we scroll down on this a little bit, there's actually maps of their campground.
So let me just go back up really quick. So there's maps of their campground. Oh, it doesn't say the author's name.
No,
here.
I think it says it after the
it's
maps.
Lower.
Yeah.
But the author's name. So this person must have, they obviously submitted this to the CIA.
Yeah, I don't know how it ended up on the CIA's website.
They must have infiltrated and submitted this to the CIA.
Yeah.
They must have been like, here's the map, guys. They must have. They were a weaving spider.
Yeah, but the guy who wrote this, his name was G. William Domhoff.
That's what I'm talking. Him.
Yeah.
He must have done it. He must have gotten in because you said he's a professor of psychology.
And sociology, yeah.
And sociology. So he fits the bill to
Yep.
be able to get in there. And somehow they have this map of everything.
Mm-hmm. And he also wrote a book called Who Rules America? And it's talking about, what did it say specifically? It was interesting how they said it. Give me one sec.
This guy seems like he's against all of this. From the book he's wrote to the website now that we even realize that he's responsible for.
Yeah.
Here's more of the map, guys.
The book says it's about the dangerous concentration of power and wealth in the American upper class. And it says recent additions have brought the discussion up to date and include the rise of Barack Obama and Donald Trump.
Really?
Yeah. They use this as like a sociology textbook.
Interesting.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, so he was definitely against this stuff.
Yeah, looks like.
He made this. He made a map detailing it.
Yeah.
He gave it to the CIA because I'm sure he was like, you know, he's a straight and narrow guy. He was like, the CIA will handle this. The CIA will take care of this business.
And it's interesting too. Like I'm sure like the book is very long. It's 126 pages. So I wasn't able to read it all. But some of the things on the maps, like this one says Land of Happiness on the very first image.
As we go down? Or
Yeah.
up on the map?
Like on the map.
Oh, really?
Handwritten in. Lost Angels, Stowaway, Land of Happiness. Like I don't know what these Silverado squatters.
Yeah.
It's-
Store.
Yeah.
Civic Center. Hospital. Main Gate.
So for him to even know that those terms exist.
That's what I mean.
There's one like Rattlers.
That's what I mean. He was in there.
Yeah.
He was
Must
for
have been.
sure in there. And he wasn't having any of it. He's one of those guys that was there and it was like, this is not right.
Yeah.
Wow.
If anyone's ever seen this or read this, let us know what it's about, this book.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
This is the type of stuff I was just saying, because we're reading 1984, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was saying to my buddy Kevin, I'm like, I feel like I should be buying more copies of this and making sure that I can like give it to like friends and family and stuff, because I'm like, they're not going to let this just be out there forever. And I think the same thing with this.
Yeah, right.
So if you can get a hold of this,
I say, well, it's like a PDF. You can technically just print it.
yeah, I would say print this out, have it there. But yeah, same thing here with the maps. It says Rattlers, Silverado squatters.
Yeah, very strange, eh?
Low Jinks, Cavemen, Field Circle, Cliff Dwellers. Then down here it says Dining Circle, Kitchen. Oh, and then that's the owl.
Yeah.
So and that's why the guy had the canoe, because he had to go to the lake.
Yeah.
And this is where the lake is. And that's how he was able to get there. Wow, interesting. That's very, very interesting. What?
Crazy, eh?
Wow.
What a weird thing to find.
Yeah, very.
And then also while I was doing my research just into Bohemian Grove in general,
Yeah.
I found this other website that I asked you to pull up a picture from.
Which one?
The St. John picture.
Oh, I think that is here. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. So the website that this picture is on is also run by William Domhoff, the gentleman who wrote and made those maps.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's really kind of
he's against it.
well, yeah, but he's like a big figure in Bohemian Grove research and information.
That's what I mean. He's outing it.
Yeah.
Because there is one interview where one of the politicians that's there is confronted about it. And it's Alex Jones, and he's just like, I was the one who did it. And the politician gets really, really mad, and he goes, you're a gentleman. You're not supposed to do that. We're all gentlemen there. What you did is wrong. He's like, no, I stuck in. And he's just like, he gets like really mad.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
Like, he's like, so yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
They know it's a secret. So if this gentleman, even if he was there, if he's talking about it, he's not on their good list.
Yeah, clearly not.
You can't be a part of this and be speaking about it. And then talk about, because that'll make more sense as I say it, talk about who this guy is.
Yeah, so this is a statue of St. John. So the story of St. John was that he was a friend to a king. And when the king took power, he made St. John his confessor. So he confessed all the sins everybody in the royal household did. And then the king thought his queen was having an affair. So he ordered St. John to tell him what the queen's confessions were so he could know one way or another. And St. John declined many times, to the point where the king had him thrown in the river to drown. And he wouldn't, until the time of his death, share the confessions.
Yeah.
So the point of the statue is that he's actually like covering his lips, like shh.
He's covering his lips and he's holding an owl.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that too. So this was actually this original statue was in Czechoslovakia on a bridge where it was believed he was thrown off of.
Yeah.
So somebody who went to Bohemian Grove, was from Czechoslovakia, knew of this statue, had it a replica made, and sent it to them as a gift.
Wow. So it's almost like a symbol of, we are going to stay silent about this at all
no
costs.
matter what. And this statue normally is at the they have like a clubhouse in San Francisco, like all the time. So it's normally there, but they actually move this statue when they have the retreat at Bohemian Grove to be near the lake.
So it's almost like a reminder.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's near the lake too.
Yeah.
Like, we will throw you in this lake.
Yeah. It's near the water.
Oh, that's interesting. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
And it also kind of says we will bow to no king.
Yes, that too.
Yeah. It says it doesn't matter if it's a king who says something to you. Like, you say
Yeah, it
nothing
doesn't
to
matter who it is.
anybody.
Yeah.
You know, the highest level. It could be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
We don't say a word.
But I thought that was interesting because I'd never heard about the statue before.
Mm-hmm. Me neither. Because I don't go to Bohemian Grove. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody who could take me there. At least I think. Maybe I do. That's the thing. I could.
Yeah, you could.
I could know
Never
a bunch
know.
of people. They just don't tell me.
Yeah.
See, that's the original. Picture that everybody knows and loves. Let's zoom in on this.
Yeah.
Bring that up. See, that's the original where everybody was like, wait,
What's going on? Yeah.
But and again, after this, no one ever heard anything about any of this being used or anything. So people kind of just figured, Joe said it, you know, maybe they just stopped using this place.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what I thought when I started watching that video. I was like, there's moss all over it. There's ferns. It doesn't look like it's been used, but I'm wrong. They still use it.
Yeah, they do.
Quite a bit.
Yep. It's annual.
Wow. So weird. You know, Dave Smith once said, he goes, it's weird enough that they do it, right? Because that is weird.
Yeah.
He goes, whether you believe it or not, they believe it. He goes, and that's what's really weird.
Yeah.
They believe that. They believe that there's actually this Moloch. And Moloch is not, you know, there's one clip, or I think it's in the one we just watched, where Duncan's like, what's the problem? Or no, it's in another clip I saw, where Duncan's kind of saying, what's the problem with like worshiping this owl, this Moloch? But Moloch is like known for sacrifice.
Yes. Specifically of the child variety.
Yeah. And yeah, he's known for that, and he's like Lucifer's fallen angel, something of that kind.
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's very
not a good guy.
Yeah. So that's what they're kind of worshiping there.
Can you go back to that St. John picture and then just go a little bit below it? There's a weird picture that I found. I don't know who these people are. Keep going down a little bit more. Down more.
Here?
Nope, still a bit more. There's like a red picture and then a black and the black and white below it.
Okay.
So this is apparently these are men dressed up as ladies in 1957 because they put on these plays that they call the Low Jinks. So this is from the 1957.
Oh, that's what the map said.
Yeah.
The map said Low Jinks.
This is from the 1957 Low Jinks.
So it's like a location there.
Yeah. So these are members of Bohemian Grove dressed up as women in this play. I wish I knew who any of these people were. That'd be incredible.
Yeah, if you we got to put this. What's
this
website? Go and find your link. Say what the website is, because I can't go to it and it'll go away if I.
It's whorulеsamerica.ucsc.edu.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah.
Check that out. Scroll down, almost like a little way, halfway point, and Low Jinks, shoot the works. Find that picture and check it out, because
that would be incredible if we knew.
These are some people.
Yeah. They're all men.
And who knows? It could be all the new members, right?
Yeah.
And that's why Nixon said what he said.
Maybe.
That's why.
Yeah, this website is wild. I'm going to have to do a deeper dive into this.
That's why Nixon said what he said, because he saw stuff like this.
Yeah.
Wow. And that kind of gives way to the whole, you're going to be silent because you were here
doing this.
Yeah, dressed like that. You were a part of this whole thing. We have you in compromising positions, and then like you don't want to be a weaving spider when you're there, but then all of a sudden you're outside of there, and they're like, "Listen, Mr. Vice President, I understand that you don't want to do this, but," and they slide this picture across, or whoever, Walter Cronkite. I understand. I know you don't want to make this article, but the thing is, listen, we don't put any of this stuff out. But if you're not gonna put this story out, You know? Kind of gives them a little element of control as well. Interesting stuff, Bohemian Grove. I never knew any of this about Bohemian Grove. The only thing most people know about Bohemian Grove is that it's weird.
Yeah.
That's it. You look at it and you go, oh, this is really weird that they're doing this.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That gets even weirder.
Yeah. That's a good catch on that picture. Good job.
Yeah, strange, eh?
Yeah.
There's lots of weird pictures in here.
Yeah, there's a bunch. This is a weird one.
Yeah.
So they're right by the water there. That's why you can see the double reflection. They're all wearing red. Yeah, what is this? See, this is the type of thing where it's like, I don't want to go, but if I could, just to not like there, but like a fly on the wall, invisible, just be there, just see what's going on. Like, look at these guys are in suits sitting on the ground. Look at this.
Yeah.
And like these are the elites of the world. They're all sitting on the ground, and there's a bunch of them there, and it literally has that day camp vibe, like you said. Like, what's going on?
I don't know. And it says later on in the article that Nixon actually...
Hold on a second.
Who's this?
This is George Bush, senior and junior.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. What? I did not know about this. And look at his dad. His dad's like, that's right. He's going to be the next president. All you guys better get used to it, okay? His name's the same as mine. All right. I'll never forget that video I saw. He's like, when the New World Order comes into existence, and believe me, it will. He says it's a very chilling quote about.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it's very weird. What were you talking about? Sorry.
Nixon credits his win in 1967 when he was running for president to a speech that he made at Bohemian Grove.
Credits winning?
Yeah, he says, if I were to choose the speech that gave me the most pleasure and satisfaction in my political career, it would be my lakeside speech at the Bohemian Grove in July 1967. Because this speech traditionally was off the record, it received no publicity at the time, but in many important ways, it marked the first milestone on my road to the presidency.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Makes sense.
So many presidents born in Bohemian Grove.
Yeah. Look at this picture. Again, if you know who any of these people are, it's just really cool. And then, yeah, I guess you're right. See, they got a little servant guy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So, yeah, this guy to make all of this, get all of this imagery, this guy's very much against this whole thing. He definitely didn't get invited back.
No.
I can tell you that much. Look at that wild picture.
That's a lot going on.
Just some wild boys creating the greatest country in the world. Look at them go. Yeah, interesting. All right, what else we got?
That's about it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What other websites do we have here? I guess we went over most of it, huh?
Yes, we did.
Okay, yeah, Dark Secrets. Oh, and then I had like stuff like this. Because I was like, the thing with Bohemian Grove is that, Ritual, it used to be done in secret. Now, you look at this stuff, and now it's done in public. Like, I would argue this is Sam Smith at a concert, guys. I would argue this is much weirder.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Especially when you consider, like, what Sam Smith was before.
Well, yes, 100%. And you consider that there are everybody from, I guess, I want to say 30-year-old men and women all the way down to probably 15-year-old men and women in this crowd.
Yeah.
Just interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
One of my friends got tickets to see Sam Smith, and she was excited. And then I was like, have you seen his stuff recently? And she checked it out, and she's like, oh, now I don't want to go.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah. Very, very wild stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to pull that up because you can look at a lot of concerts right now and be like, why is this okay? So just wanted to say that last part, Let's not just throw stones at Bohemian Grove. Look at what's going on around you, right in the public sphere. Anyway, what else you got?
That's it.
All right, guys, share this episode. Share. like, subscribe, and also, again, Dancer. I don't know him or anything, but just the fact that he did that, maybe he has more stuff on the way. Dancer, all lowercase. And other than that, guys, we are out.
Bye.